There is so much to unpack in this lovely little game of Elden Ring, but here we are. We're just going to tackle this and say, yeah, it's definitely a From Software title, and that's both very, very good, but also somewhat bad. In Elden Ring, you are the Tarnished, which basically means you're a virgin that needs to desperately get laid, and the only way you can get laid is by basically taking over this world and proving that you're more than just a virgin, but are actually a BAMF. Now, this story is very loosely told and explained by me, and that's probably due to the fact that this story, once again, if you've ever played any of the From Software games like Dark Souls, you'll know that you're going to have to do a lot of work between reading item descriptions, paying close attention, maybe even scribbling down some notes, or doing what everybody else actually does, which is just Google the dang thing, because there is no way you're going to spend that much time trying to comprehend everything that is going on in this world. Which, by the way, is a negative towards the game. I hate this type of storytelling. It's like reading a book and then it gives you a bunch of vague descriptions and you have to go back to the end of the book to read the appendix to understand what the heck they're talking about. That is not good storytelling. I don't think Elden Ring has very good storytelling. What Elden Ring does do very well, though, is provide me with excellent combat, very fun, challenging boss fights, and a really fun world to explore. I really enjoyed uncovering the dungeons and all of the environments and getting surprise dropped by the dragon, and all of that stuff that's within this open world is very well done, and that is what makes this game so fun. And it is a lot of fun, and there is a good reason to replay the game. For starters, they have a new Game Plus mode upon finishing the game, which is always nice, and all of the bosses and enemies are definitely scaled up towards your finished level, which is, again, a huge plus. I also did enjoy playing this game online with my friends, although it is, once again, in that traditional From Software manner, a huge pain in the butt to figure out how to do the online multiplayer. But once you get it all going and it's all said and done, I am happy to report at least it went smoothly. Although my friends on PC seemed to struggle with it, disconnecting them a bunch, I didn't have any of those problems on my Xbox Series X. And then to add in the variety of this game, once again, you can have all sorts of character builds. I chose to go with a strength build for the most part of this game, but you can be more of a magic caster, you can be more of a dexterous type of SOB, whatever you choose, it's all here. All of the weapons each have their own strengths and weaknesses as well. The enemies, while there is a good variety overall, I did have to say that in the dungeons, when it comes to the boss fights, they were less appealing, just due to the fact that I kept having to fight the same bosses. If I had to fight one Chrysanthemum, I had to fight another one, and another one, and another one. There was just a lot of repeated boss fights in the dungeons that kind of dragged it down. And then also, I do have to admit, while I won't spoil anything here, I do appreciate that there are several different endings to the game, but I will argue that only 2 or 3 of them actually matter, because the other ones are all basically the same, and that's kind of disappointing. Not to mention that when you go through a campaign that takes anywhere between 60 and 100 hours to finish, I would really appreciate more than just a 2-minute cutscene game. Thanks. It's a lot of work to not get a significant enough cinematic ending, in my opinion. And while I know it sounds like I have a lot of gripes, and that might be the case, I also have a lot of things that I want to praise about this game. Graphically, this game looks beautiful. I love the environments, the open world, the way the entire RPG itself handles between the status effects, the enemies, the variety of things to discover. All of that is great. I really enjoyed doing the quest once I figured out what the heck I was supposed to be doing within the quest. The quests themselves were very memorable and a lot of fun. And then the voice acting is also top-notch, with the blacksmith dude being probably my highlight. I really liked his character arc, so there's a lot of things that I was able to discover and do and see in this game that made it a memorable and enjoyable experience overall. So it shouldn't come as a surprise that I'm going to recommend that you play Elden Ring. It's a really fun game, and I do recommend playing this with some friends. It's pretty dang fun. I enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed all of my footage being in Stormveil Castle. I don't know why, but none of my other footage I got is working right now. So you get Stormveil Castle, and you're going to like it. And I'll see you on the next one. I am Bradley Overrated, out like a trout. Praise the sun, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.